Thinking of getting a loan, a mortgage, or even just a phone contract in the UK? Your credit score plays a huge role. But don't worry if yours isn't perfect or you're starting from scratch. In today's video, I'll quickly explain what a credit score is, and more importantly, how you can improve it step by step. Stick around to the end for some common myths that you really need to stop believing. Just a quick heads up, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I share here is based on my personal research and experience. For any major decisions, always speak to a qualified professional. So let's start. What exactly is a credit score? A credit score is a numerical representation of your creditworthiness. It's a number that tells lenders how likely you are to repay money you borrow based on your past credit behavior. So, who actually provides your credit score? There are three main credit reference agencies in the UK: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You can check your score for free using apps like ClearScore, Credit Karma, and Experian's own website. The credit score range depends on the credit agency. For example, Experian goes up to 999, Equifax up to 1,000, and TransUnion up to 710. A higher score means you're more likely to get approved for loans, credit cards, and even things like a phone contract or rental agreement. Simply put, the better your score, the more trust lenders have in you. Alright, let's dive into our main topic for today: how to improve your credit score. These tips are simple but can make a huge difference in boosting your score. Let's break them down one by one. First things first, register to vote. This might seem unrelated to credit, but it's actually super important. When lenders look at your credit report, they want to know that you're who you say you are. Being on the Electoral Roll helps confirm your identity. So, even if you're not planning to vote, just registering shows lenders you're stable and trustworthy. Plus, it's free and easy to do. Next, always pay your bills on time. This one's a biggie. If you're late on a payment, even by a day or two, it could stay on your record for up to 6 years. That's a long time. So, setting up direct debits for things like your credit card, mobile phone, rent, or utilities is a simple way to stay on track. When you pay on time, it shows lenders you're responsible with your finances, and they'll trust you more when you apply for credit. Now, here's something that trips a lot of people up: credit utilization. This just means how much of your available credit you're actually using. If you have a £1,000 credit limit, try not to use more than 30%, which would be £300. If you're constantly maxing out your cards, lenders see that as a red flag. They might think you're relying too much on credit. But if you keep it low and pay it off regularly, it shows you're managing credit wisely. Next, get a credit builder card. If you don't have a credit history, getting one of these is a great idea. These cards are designed specifically for people who are just starting out or trying to rebuild their credit. Brands like Aqua, Capital One, or Vanquish offer cards with lower limits and higher interest rates. But if you use them responsibly, like making small purchases and paying them off in full each month, it helps build your credit score over time. Another tip: keep old accounts open. You might think that closing an old credit card will help, but it actually hurts your credit score in the long run. Lenders look at the age of your credit history. The longer you've had credit and used it responsibly, the better. So, don't close an old account just because you're not using it. If you don't want to use it, just keep it open and occasionally make a small purchase to keep things active. Now, about applying for credit. Try to limit new credit applications. Every time you apply for a loan, a credit card, or a mortgage, it leaves a hard search on your credit report. If lenders see multiple hard searches in a short period, they might think you're desperate for credit, which can lower your score. To avoid this, use eligibility checkers before applying to see if you're likely to be approved, so you're not applying for credit unnecessarily. Here's a great one for renters. You can report your rent payments to your credit report. If you're paying your rent on time every month, that can count toward building your credit. Services like Credit Ladder or Canopy allow you to report your rent payments to the credit agencies, which helps improve your credit score without needing to use a credit card or loan. Lastly, make sure to check your credit report for errors. This is so important. Sometimes, mistakes happen, like a payment marked as missed when you actually paid on time, or an account listed that isn't yours. These errors can seriously hurt your score. So, regularly check your credit report for any discrepancies. If you find one, you can dispute it and get it corrected. Before we wrap up, let's bust a few common credit score myths. Myth 1. I need to borrow a lot to build credit. The truth is, you don't need to borrow much. Even small regular spending helps. It's all about showing you can handle credit responsibly. Myth 2. No loans equals good credit. Truth, not exactly. Having some credit and managing it well is the key. A complete lack of credit history can be as problematic as poor credit. Myth 3. Debit card activity builds credit. Truth is, nope. Only credit usage gets reported. Debit card payments don't affect your credit score. You need to use credit cards and pay them off on time to improve your score. Improving your credit score doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistency, smart habits, and a bit of patience. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel and lets me know you're enjoying this kind of content. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want more simple and useful tips on managing your finances here in the UK. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's the very first step you're planning to take after watching this video to start improving your credit score? And if you've already tried any of these tips before, let me know how it went for you. Did it make a difference? Was there something else that helped? Your experiences could really help someone else who's just starting out, so feel free to share. Thanks for watching.